Well, welcome, friends. Welcome to the Foothills of the Smoky, another chapter of As the Ridge Turns. Now, hope everyone's doing well. Have a happy 4th of July. It's going to be a hot. But anyway, we've had some good rain here. Now, the little fawns, they're far and in between. Only filmed a couple of them this week. I don't know if Mommy's not hiding them, or the coyotes got them, or they just ain't stepping in front of the camera. But time will tell. And some of these does are late having them anyway. So it could be all the above. But anyway, it's getting that time of year. It's about time for the old katydids to start up. And I'll start getting pictures in these owls down in these old cedar thickets. Well, the pond's doing great too. So I want you all to relax, get you a cool drink, enjoy yourself, and let's see what stepped in front of the camera. So let's get started. Now out in the woods, these thrushes are so beautiful sounding. They're wearing it out. And it seems like I've seen more on the cameras, more bucks than I have does. The does are just funny acting right now. Beautiful little young bucks. They like to browse these sprouts all in these woods. But you notice what does I see here. You don't see no fawns behind them following them around. That's kind of strange. Just don't know. What's this? There's old Yaller, checking out a camera out in the woods. Moseying on through. Hanging in there, ain't he? And up on the ridge, there's a couple of those. But that looks like a yearling from last year with their mom. But here's the only one I caught this week. Just one little old fawn. One fawn. I hope the coyotes don't get it. They're so precious. And out in the rocks, there's old Dirty Dan moving through. Out prowling around. And there's old Willie in the daytime. But when you see old Willie, you'll usually see old Sidewinder right behind him somewhere. There he just went. And here at the log, the old thrush, Woody, has to say hi. And so does a little robin too. Check out these cameras. Out on the ridge trail, there's some more bucks. They like to run around in little groups. This is going to have a nice set of antlers. Now I caught something here weird. This looks like a hurt bobcat. It's way off, so I had to zoom in on it. That looks like a hurt bobcat. I thought it was a coon, but it's a bobcat. I looked at it 2 or 3 times, and here's old Dirty Dan at his tree. He's out moving around today. Loves that old tree there. He's comical. But he's heading up to the hotel. He's had enough. And he's out moseying around. But he don't get too far from the hole. Down at the pond, here's a doe. No fawn. And there's bucks, little young bucks behind her down there at the pond. And they love the weeds and the grasses at this old pond. It's growed up. And we've had some good rain, so it's been pretty good shape. They love this old pond. And the coons is out early too, with the deer. So they share. These little animals share this pond all the time. Come nighttime, coons is in a hurry tonight. running down the trail. But they stop. They in these bugs awful heavy. A lot of little different insects hatching out, and they like to eat them. Like I said, it's about time for the katydids and the crickets to start up. And when they do, they'll love to eat them, especially down these cedar trees for some reason. And the old owls are down there too. And here's the old coyote. This is the menace of the ridge right here. And there comes old Willie through. And there goes old Sidewinder the other way. But you see, Willie, Sidewinder ain't far behind him all the time. Here out in the woods, there's our Willie. I've always noticed that on these cameras. And there's old Sidewinder. He ain't far behind him. There's old Sidewinder coming through the rocks. Wonder he don't fall off of them. But he's hanging in there awful well. Bless his heart. And here's a glimpse of a black skunk. Solid black. No colors on him at all. Never seen that one. And there's old Rocky too. He's chasing these bugs. Just jumping here and there. And there's old Sidewinder going up towards the motel. And he's getting into the bush. He likes this bush too. It's like Willie does. And there comes old Willie checking him out. They run together. He's still in that old bush. And there's Mrs. and Mr. and Mrs. Rocky out making their rounds. And you know who that is? That's old Wishbone moving through the rocks. Didn't film Spike this week. And up on the ridge, deer moving around on a rainy night. So's the coon. Making a round. And there's old Willie. But it didn't get Wishbone or Sidewinder on him on this one. Down at the pond, it's check-in time. I'm here. It's all night long here unless something runs them off. Didn't film them much though. But the deer's here. Especially the young bucks. They love the forage around this pond. And they'll forage on it till daylight. But something runs them off. Beautiful young deer. And there's a fox at daylight going down the rocks. Only one I caught of that. And there's a little young doe going there by the motel. And early in the morning at dawn, the old groundhog's up early, out making his rounds. And there he is again. Just out making his rounds. He's moving around. And there's old Willie at dawn coming in on a wet morning. He's fixing to turn in. But anyway, deer just mosey around. I'm hoping to see more fawns. Time will tell. But it's time for the little squirrels. They got their own business, their own little world. And they're so comical. Here's a little mating pair, I guess. Just nature. Beautiful little animals. Well, that's just what stepped in front of the cameras this week. I hope you enjoyed these little videos. So I want to thank you for watching. Have a happy 4th of July. God bless, and I'll see you next time.